Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that is, without a doubt, the single most powerful tool you have for changing your life. It's not your bank account, not your connections, not even your talent. It's your mindset. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see the world and yourself in a completely new light. So, what exactly is mindset? Put simply, it is the collection of beliefs and attitudes that shape how you make sense of the world and yourself. It influences how you think, feel, and behave in any given situation. Think of it as the operating system for your brain. But if you have a powerful, updated OS, the possibilities are limitless. The concept was famously popularized by Stanford psychologists Carol Dweck, identified two core mindsets, the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Someone with a fixed mindset believes their qualities, like intelligence or talent, are set in stone. They think you're either born smart or you're not. You're either a natural artist or you'll never be good at it. This belief leads to a desire to look smart and a tendency to avoid challenges, give up easily when faced with obstacles, see effort as pointless, ignore useful negative feedback, and feel threatened by the success of others. Does any of that sound familiar? We've all been there. On the other hand, someone with a growth mindset believes that their abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. They believe brains and talent are just the starting point. This view creates a love of learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, see effort as the path to mastery, learn from criticism, and find lessons and inspiration in the success of others. As a result, they reach ever higher levels of achievement. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's a nice theory, but how does it actually play out in real life? Well, let's look at some examples. Imagine two students who both get a C on a tough math test. They feel defeated. Their intelligence has been judged and found lacking. They'll probably avoid that subject in the future. The student with a growth mindset, however, might think, wow, this is challenging. I need to figure out what I did wrong and try a different study strategy for the next test. Maybe I'll ask the teacher for help. For them, the C isn't a verdict. It's feedback. It's information they can use to improve. Which student do you think is more likely to succeed in the long run? This applies to everything, not just school. Think about starting a new business. The fixed mindset entrepreneur who hits an early roadblock might say, I guess I don't have what it takes. This was a dumb idea. They quit. The growth mindset entrepreneur sees that same roadblock and says, okay, that approach didn't work. What did I learn? How can I pivot? What's another way to solve this problem? They see failure not as a personal flaw, but as a stepping stone. This is why you see so many successful people talk about their failures, because they never saw them as final. They were just data points on the journey to success. So, the big question is, can you change your mindset? Every time you learn something new, every time you challenge yourself, you are physically rewiring your brain. You are building new neural pathways. Changing your mindset is not about flipping a switch. It's about consciously and consistently choosing a growth-oriented perspective until it becomes your default setting. Let's get practical. Here are 4 steps you can start taking today. First, learn to hear your fixed mindset voice. That little voice in your head that says, what if you fail? You'll look stupid, or don't even try. It's too hard, or it's their fault, not mine. The first step is just to become aware of it. Don't judge it. Just notice Italiano. Acknowledge it. Ah, there's my fixed mindset talking. Second, recognize that you have a choice. Just because you have a fixed mindset thought doesn't mean you have to believe it or act on it. You can see it for what it is. A perspective, not a fact. You can choose how you interpret challenges, setbacks, and criticism. Third, talk back to it with a growth mindset voice. When your fixed mindset says, I can't do this, you consciously counter it with, I can't do this asterisk, yet asterisk. What steps can I take to learn how? When it sighs, I made a mistake. I'm such an idiot. You reframe it. Mistakes are proof that I'm trying. What can I learn from this? This internal dialogue is crucial. You are literally coaching yourself towards a new way of thinking. And fourth, take the growth mindset action. Don't just think it, do it. Embrace the challenge you are going to avoid. Put in the extra effort. Seek out constructive criticism instead of running from it. Celebrate the success of others and ask them how they did it. Every time you act from a place of growth, you strengthen those new neural pathways and make the growth mindset more of a habit. Let's use a real-world scenario. Let's say you want to learn to play the guitar. You start, and your fingers hurt. The chords sound terrible, and you feel clumsy. Your fixed mindset screams, "You're not musical. You don't have the talent for this. Just quit." Here's how you apply the steps. 1. You hear that voice. Okay, that's the fixed mindset. 2. You recognize you have a choice. I don't have to believe that. It's supposed to be hard at first. 3. You talk back. Of course, it sounds bad. I've only been practicing for an hour. Every great guitarist felt this way. At the beginning, my fingers will get stronger, and the chords will get clearer with practice. 4. You take action. You pick up the guitar the next day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. You watch a tutorial, you practice that one difficult chord change over and over. You choose growth over giving up. This isn't just about achieving big goals. Cultivating a growth mindset profoundly impacts your happiness and your relationships. It makes you more resilient to life's inevitable ups and downs. When you stop seeing everything as a test of your inherent worth, you free yourself up to simply live, learn, and grow. You become less afraid of judgment from others because your focus is on your own progress, not their approval. You become a better partner, friend, and parent because you're more willing to work through difficulties and see potential in others, not just flaws. The journey from a fixed to a growth mindset is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be days when that fixed mindset voice is loud and convincing. That's okay. The goal isn't perfection. It's progress. Be kind to yourself. The very act of trying to adopt a growth mindset is, in itself, a growth mindset action. So, your challenge for this week is this. Pay attention to your thoughts. Notice when that fixed mindset voice shows up. Just once. See how it feels. The power to transform your reality is already inside you, waiting to be unlocked. It all starts with changing your mind. Thanks so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on living a more intentional and empowered life. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Share one area where you're going to apply a growth mindset this week. Let's support each other on this journey. See you in the next video.